So in this session, we'll discuss the addition and subtraction of two matrices. So first of all, I'll be taking how exactly do we add two matrices and then we subtract two matrices, and then once we are done with it, we'll be switching to the properties of matrix addition like the commutative and the associative law. So let's begin. So our next topic in matrices and determinants is addition and subtraction of matrices. So as far as addition and subtraction of matrices is concerned, it's very simple, and in fact as you add and subtract simple numbers, in similar way we can add and subtract two matrices also. So first of all, we'll be discussing the formal definition, mathematical definition. If A equal to Aij m cross n and B equal to Bij m cross n are two matrices of same order, then their sum A plus B is a matrix whose each element is the sum of the corresponding elements. The word corresponding is extremely important. That is, A plus B is Aij plus Bij m cross n. So what does it say? The only thing that you need to remember here is, firstly, the order of the matrices that we are adding must be same. Otherwise you cannot add the matrices, right? And secondly, whenever we add two matrices, the corresponding elements get added to each other. That's all about addition of matrices. These two things you need to remember. So corresponding elements get added. Similarly, if we discuss the subtraction of two matrices, so the subtraction of two matrices A and B is defined as A minus B equal to Aij minus Bij m cross n. See, this m cross n also shows that the order of the matrices remains same. That is quite obvious also, in fact. So if A and B are of matrices of same, obviously they will be of same order if you are adding or subtracting. If they are of order m cross n, then the resultant matrix will also be of order m cross n, where the matrices A and B are so and so. Next, we have an example in this context which says, suppose I have a matrix this and I have a matrix this, and we try to add these two matrices. So first of all, what you need to check is the order of the two matrices that we are adding. They have to be same only, then can we proceed. So the order of this matrix is 3 rows 3 columns, so 3 cross 3, again 3 rows 3 columns, so 3 cross 3, so we can add the two matrices. So when I add, what happens is this term gets added to this term gets added to this, and this term gets added to this. So we have minus 1 minus 4, 0 plus 6, 4 plus 0. So on, this term will get added to this term will get added to this, and this term will get added to this. So this gives me this matrix. This is the simple answer. Now what about this addition? See, the mistake which most of the students commit here is that they start blindly adding the corresponding elements, which would be wrong. I told you the first thing that you need to check is the order of the matrices. So this matrix is 2 rows 2 columns, so 2 cross 2 order, 2 rows 3 columns. Since the order is not same, so we cannot add the two matrices, right? So these matrices are not conformable for addition. Next, we have an example for subtraction of matrices. As we did in case of addition, similarly we'll be doing in case of subtraction. So what we need to do is, we just need to subtract the corresponding elements. So what I do is minus 3 minus 5, see, then 10 minus 4, this is the second element, and 2 minus 3, this is the third element. Similarly, 0 minus 8, see, 0 minus minus 8, right? Now 1 minus minus 10 and 0 minus minus 4. This gives me this matrix, which is a simple answer. So just remember, whenever you add or subtract, first thing you need to check is the order of the matrices, and secondly, when the corresponding elements get added or subtracted. Next we have some of the properties of matrix addition which are important. First of all, we have the commutative law. The commutative law says if A and B are matrices, and obviously they will be of same order since we are talking about addition or subtraction, and B will be also Bij M cross N. If A and B are two matrices of like this, then A plus B is B plus A. So whether you add A to B or you add B to A, the resultant would be the same in both the cases. Second we have is associative law. Again, associative means if you add A and B and resultant gets added to C, that would be the same as if you add B and C and the resultant gets added to A. So the resultant in both the cases will be the same. Third we have is a property of additive identity. As you must be knowing, if a matrix A is added to the 0 matrix or 0 is added to A, 0 is the 0 matrix, then we have A plus 0 is equal to 0 plus A. So in this case we have, this is the additive identity of the matrix A. 0 is the additive identity. Obviously in case of matrix addition, 0 matrix would be the additive identity. Next we have is regarding additive inverse. So if we have a matrix A, then A plus minus A is equal to 0, which is the same as minus A plus A. Minus A is obviously when you negate each and every element of A, then you obtain minus A, right? So this was also simple. Last we have is the cancellation law, which says A plus B is equal to A plus C. Suppose we have this condition and B plus A is equal to C plus A, then we'll have B is equal to C. That is by cancellation law. Okay, some of the important points. Only matrices of same order can be added or subtracted. This is extremely important. We have already discussed. Addition of matrices is commutative as well as associative. Cancellation laws hold good. Then equation A plus x equal to 0 has a unique solution, and the resulting matrix has the same dimension as I have already told you. Whenever you add or subtract two matrices, firstly the two matrices should be of same order obviously, and then the resultant matrix will also have the same order as the initial matrices. Okay, now we have a question in this context. First question says, if A and B are square matrices of equal degree, then which one is correct among the following, right? So this is a question which has come in IIT JEE in 1995. There are the options. In fact, even if you look at the options just, you can directly know the answer. See, A plus B is B plus A. Okay, let's leave for the time being this one. A plus B is A minus B. This is obviously not possible. A minus B is B minus A. No. And AB is BA. Okay, we haven't discussed yet multiplication of matrices, but multiplication of matrices is not commutative, right? So even this is also false. We have just now discussed addition of matrices is commutative. So A plus B is B plus A. This one is the right answer. Okay, second question says, if omega is an imaginary cube root of unity, we need to show that the addition of these three matrices is a null matrix. So if omega is a cube root of unity, we know the two properties that omega cube would be equal to 1 and 1 plus omega square is equal to 0, right? So how do we proceed in this question? We just need to add the three matrices, and as I've already told you, how do we add the matrices? Either what you can do is you add these two matrices first, or we can in fact add all the three matrices directly also, right? So what do? I just add the corresponding elements. I have 1 plus omega square. Then I have omega plus omega square plus 1. Then I have is omega square plus 1 plus omega. Second row states omega plus omega square plus 1, omega square plus 1 plus omega, and 1 plus omega square. Last row, first element omega square plus 1 plus omega, 1 plus omega square, omega plus omega square plus 1. This is what I get, and by using this property now, I mark it by star. So by using this property I have 1 plus omega square is 0. So this gives me 0, this gives me 0, this gives me 0, so on. So if you remember the definition of null matrix, this, which implies it is a null matrix. So I suppose it was quite simple. So addition and subtraction of matrices is quite simple, but do practice a good number of questions just to get a good speed, maintain a good speed. And as far as this concept is concerned, you just need to remember that you need to pay focus on order of matrices, that the order of matrices need to be same if you need to add, if you are supposed to add or subtract, and then the corresponding elements have to be taken into consideration, right? So I hope you must have understood by now how do we add or subtract two matrices and the properties of matrix addition as well. Now in my next session I will be switching to the multiplication of two matrices, which is an extremely important concept, and we'll also be discussing the various properties of matrix multiplication. So do stay tuned.